I understand that you're Raw's champion, and I respect that. Just like I'd hope you'd respect ECW's extremists. But since you obviously don't, I'm going to arrange for some respect to be beaten into you by one of our hardcore, back-breaking maniacs.
Vengeance has come and gone, and the road to SummerSlam begins tonight. Hi, everybody. This is your barbecue-loving friend Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, and tonight, our champion takes on ECW.
I can't believe our general manager would allow extremely crappy wrestling to appear on Raw.
And from what we've read, the champion might agree with your assessment of ECW.
How could he not? They're second rate, and the champ's gonna prove it tonight.
You're looking at one of the most dangerous men in sports entertainment.
Yeah, none of those ECW superstars have any respect for their opponents, or themselves for that matter.
Well, I hope the champion didn't bite off more than he could chew when he insulted ECW. He certainly hasn't had as much experience in Extreme Rules hardcore matches as his opponent.
Come on, JR. This is our champion we're talking about. Have a little faith.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now.
This is Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler, and we welcome you to live Raw action from Providence, Rhode Island.
Can you believe how loud these fans are, JR? They know they're about to see the greatest superstars in sports entertainment.
You're not wrong, King. The Raw superstars never fail to impress, and I can't wait to get started. Sabu is one of the most dangerous human beings on the planet.
He's bringing the hammer down, JR.
He sure is, and the longer he holds that sledgehammer, the uglier it's going to get. Excellent counter. What ring presence.
Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time. Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I'm...
Good grief! I don't care how tough you are. A chair shot is a chair shot.
And you can't take too many of those and expect to continue. These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
He's a slippery devil.
The quickest way to lose a match is to underestimate your opponent.
I don't think he's underestimating anyone, King. I think he's making it clear that he refuses to be intimidated.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all the people some of the time, but there's no fooling the WWE fans at all. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quick between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, he's going up, JR. This could be big.
He countered that and made it look easy.
Well, from the looks of things, it's not hard to tell how this one's going to go.
What are you talking about, King? I think this is still an extremely competitive match that could go either way.
You know, JR, it's obvious that the only exercise you get is stretching the truth or jumping to conclusions.
Well, judging from the shape I'm in, I don't appear to be doing too much of either, King. You're looking pretty fit, though, I must say.
You got to respect the commitment and the dedication of these superstars to their careers.
No question about it, King. Every superstar on the roster has had to make more sacrifices than any other professional athlete I know.
It really is like being married to your career. There's not much room for anything else.
And marriage is a subject which you happen to be something of an authority. Isn't that right, King?
Come on now, JR. A man doesn't know what true happiness is until he's married. And then it's too late. Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want. You talk about the future of WWE, and you're looking at it in John Cena.
Oh, come on, JR. John Cena's a dog. You know it. I know it. And all of these people know it. It makes me sick that he's allowed to be a WWE superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, King. Cena has dedicated himself to entertaining these fans, and quite frankly, I find him to have more character than many so-called respectable superstars.
There's a difference between entertaining the fans and setting a bad example, JR.
I don't have any earthly idea what you're talking about, King. I think Cena sets a great example for our fans and superstars alike.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, a stomp to the chest. And where's it going?
Oh, man! I don't even know how to describe that on a family program, JR.
Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can't, JR. And I don't think we'd have it any other way. Oh, my gosh! Look at all that blood! That's gonna leave a mark.
What a brutal... And now a pin! This could be it! 2, 3...
I've got no earthly idea.
Man, let me tell you, it looks like the champ may have come off the worse for wear here.
I hope that leg isn't seriously injured.
We won't know until he gets it checked out, but I sincerely hope not.
And if it is, we've got ECW to blame for injuring our champion.
All the more reason for Raw to have nothing to do with them from now on.
What are you talking about? This looks like the opening shot in a war to me.
You stuck with me, now live with the trouble. Find a reason to lie. Seems like it hasn't been long. I'll give up. So much I'll put you high. You're sick with all the guilt you never forgiven. You should have washed it away, wash it away.
I've got to admit, champ, I'm a little nervous about you challenging ECW to come to Raw the way you have. The last thing I want is a bunch of filthy extremists running wild on my show. I trust you'll be able to maintain order.
Why all the dreams I had are now left broken? Afraid to wake and find reality beating. Up and now I live with the truth. With no reason to lie.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw, everybody. We're entering week 2 of the Raw ECW rivalry. Boomer Sooner, everybody. Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler at ringside, and it sounds like our champion wants another piece of ECW.
Well, after the way he limped away from last week's match, his pride is on the line.
He narrowly avoided serious injury last week. I hope his luck holds.
It's a risk, but he's our champion, and he's got to stand up for Raw.
He's taken exception to our champion's comments about ECW, and he's determined to beat some respect into him tonight.
And as much as I hate to admit it, this is his kind of match. A table match.
The champ hasn't been shy about expressing his opinions, but he hasn't ducked the challenge either.
There's nothing wrong with running your mouth, as long as you can back it up, JR.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business, I live this, it's automatic. I win this, so you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on these chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid. I'm hard as nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they go on fishing with no bait.
He saw that one coming. Ugh. What a counter!
And it's been reversed.
Any superstar shows the slightest hint of weakness, they've lost the match.
That's for sure. No matter how beat up you are, you can't ever let your opponent know the extent of your injuries.
And that's easier said than done, JR. The human body can only absorb so much punishment. I don't think these superstars have any intention of taking it easy on each other tonight.
That's not what they signed up for, King. And quite frankly, I think these fans would be disappointed if they didn't go all out.
Well, that's easy for the fans to say. They've never set foot inside that ring.
No, but they spend their hard-earned dollars to watch what goes on inside it. And without them, we'd all be out of a job.
Listen to the crowd, JR. I think they've got something to say to these superstars.
And if they're smart, they'll listen. Remember, without these fans, these superstars are out of a job.
These fans can't stand it when he does this, JR, but I think it's great.
He's sure not going to win over any fans with that move, but I don't think that bothers him too much, quite frankly.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars genuinely hate each other.
There's no love lost between these competitors, that's for sure. If looks could kill, somebody would be pushing up daisies right now.
And you've got to admit, that makes for a much more interesting match, JR.
It sure does. But I just hope these superstars can settle their differences in the ring and leave it at that.
Wow! Listen to these fans, JR.
You can fool some of the people all...
Ouch! Now there's a move that'll take the fight right out of you, JR.
Well, it's certainly not the most technical of moves, but I can't say that it's not effective. There aren't many superstars as diversely talented as John Cena. He's as good in the ring as he is on the microphone, and that's saying something. And now a blatant chokehold using the ring rope. This match can't go on much longer if he keeps this up.
That's the whole idea, JR. Nothing wears down your opponent quicker than cutting off their oxygen. There's all sorts of crazy stuff under the ring, and all of it can...
These fans love confidence in their superstars, and that's just what they're seeing from him here tonight.
Well, he can do this until the cows come home, but that's not going to win him the match. I think I figured out why these fans love the Sandman. He's a beer-swilling idiot, just like most of them.
Now that's extremely disrespectful, not just to the WWE fans, but to the Sandman as well.
Cry me a river. If Sandman wants to do something about it, he can bring that Singapore cane over here. He's got his opponent in the turnbuckle, and here come the punches. I just wonder how many there'll be.
Well, if I had to guess, King, I'd bet that you wouldn't need to take off your boots to count them. These superstars are going to put each other through wrestling hell tonight.
They've already got a pretty good start on that, JR.
They have indeed, King. I don't think there's an ounce of quit between them.
Yeah, and that's where things get dangerous. If you're too proud to admit that it's not your night, you might wind...
He picked up his opponent without any effort at all.
Oh my gosh! And then dropped chest first onto the security barrier? Talk about manhandling someone.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
They sure are, JR, and I love to hear it.
I've got a feeling that this has all the makings of an instant classic.
That's probably just gas, JR.
Well, I did have some good old Oklahoma barbecue before tonight's show, but I don't think that's it, King.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost makes it worth having to sit next to you and listen to those corny expressions of yours. What the heck is a government mule anyway?
It's what you get beat like when you're in the middle of a slobber knock. And if you don't have the...
He's climbing the turnbuckle. What's he up to?
I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. Ugh. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
I don't think that these superstars have even contemplated the fact that they might lose.
I'm sure they haven't. That's not the kind of attitude you come in with and expect to pick up the win.
You're right about that, JR. If you can't see yourself having your arm raised by the referee when it's over, don't bother showing up. Can you believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen. That table's about the last thing you want to get hit with.
I guess it's better than being put through the table, but not much.
He must be looking for a weapon of some kind.
You gotta...
If you root around under the ring long enough, you're bound to find a weapon of some sort or another. You talk about the future of WWE, and you're looking at it in John Cena.
Oh, come on, JR. John Cena's a thug. You know it, I know it, and all of these people know it. It makes me sick that he's allowed to be a WWE superstar.
I don't know how you can say that, King. Cena has dedicated himself to entertaining these fans, and quite frankly, I find him to have more character than many so-called respectable superstars. Look at this! Look at this! You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here!
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well.
The Sandman might not be to everyone's liking, but you have to respect the man's accomplishments in ECW.
I don't see how anyone can admire the Sandman. He's a foul-mouthed, beer-swilling, blue-collar redneck.
Well, when he put it that way, he actually sounds like a good friend of mine. Sounds like this crowd's got something on their minds, King. Look at him feeding off the energy from this capacity crowd. He's unstoppable.
You can't ever count on these fans, JR. They're fickle, and they'll abandon you in a heartbeat.
I tell you, King, sometimes I get exhausted just watching these superstars compete.
I know what you can't blame the superstars for looking under the ring for weapons. Anything you find under there can be a huge help. Boy, this John Cena is his own biggest fan. How come all of these rappers can't talk about anything except how great they are?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, King. Cena's got some impressive accomplishments to his credit. I think he's got every right to be proud.
Well, you know what they say, JR. Pride goes before a fall.
And good grief! I don't care how tough you are. A chair shot is a chair shot.
And you can't take too many of those and expect to continue.
Oh my! Looks like someone's been busted wide open. This can't be good.
You're right. It's not good. It's great! They're not holding anything back.
We knew these superstars weren't going to be easy on each other, but this is too much.
Man, is there even going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done?
Not if they have their way, King. Everything they came in here with tonight is going to be left in that ring, mark my words.
I hope these fans appreciate it, JR. These superstars are putting it all on the line for them right here tonight.
I think this crowd's giving these superstars a piece of their minds, King.
Are you sure they... Oh, boy. This is getting nasty, JR.
That's for sure, King. These superstars will stop at nothing to obliterate each other right here tonight. Oh, man. This is an excruciating but effective method of winning a match.
Yeah, and it's a surefire method of birth control, too. Oh, man! chair shot, JR?
I'd be surprised if there was a single person in this arena who didn't, King.
Sandman's got this reputation as a dangerous competitor. But if you take that Singapore cane away from him, he's nothing.
I wouldn't say that. The Sandman might not have much in the way of an amateur background, but he can get the job done with his bare hands. His opponent's down, and now he's sharing a piece of his mind.
He's going to have to eat those words by the end of this match, JR. Oh, boy. These fans have got something on their minds, JR.
Well, they paid for their tickets, King, and they've got a right to say whatever they want.
After some of the things we've seen in this ring, JR, I think we'd better remind the folks at home not to try this stuff themselves.
That's for damn sure, King. The WWE superstars are trained professionals.
And even they don't walk away from every match in the best shape.
They sure don't. We've seen more than one superstar taken out of here on a stretcher.
I think it's pretty obvious which way this one's going to go, JR.
Well, from my perspective, this is still anybody's match.
I'd like to see things from your perspective, JR, but I'd have to get my head out of my rear end first.
And Lord knows it's been up there for so long that that would be no easy feat. This is Raw action at its
Wow, look at that. Looks like all those fans just got front row tickets.
There's not a better seat in the house for this action, that's for sure. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have been shed in that very ring.
And I think there's going to be a lot more shed here tonight.
No doubt about that, King. These superstars are going to leave it all in the ring. You can count on that. I'm sure these competitors have studied each other very carefully.
This match would be over by now if they hadn't, JR. You never get into the ring without doing your homework.
That would be a recipe for disaster for sure, King.
He's got his opponent by the head.
And a nasty slam of the head right into that security barricade. These two are just a little too close to the barricade for my comfort.
Oh, man. Did you see the way he bounced his opponent's head off that barricade, JR?
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well, then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
I'm not sure I agree with what the crowd is chanting, JR, but I guess it's their right.
You're damn right it is. It comes with the price of admission. The Sandman is an ECW original, and in many ways is the perfect representation of that brand.
Yeah, illiterate, unwashed, and violent.
Well, I was going to say hardcore and passionate, but I know you have your own view of ECW.
Yeah, I've got some history with ECW, and we'll just leave it at that.
This match is going to continue until someone's completely debilitated. And considering the resiliency of these superstars, that's not going to be easy.
That's for sure. No one in this match is going down without a fight.
And I wouldn't expect any less from them, King. Like them or not, you've got to respect the tenacity of each and every WWE superstar.
Oh! I feel like the luckiest guy in the world, JR. I can't believe I actually get paid to do this job.
Well, don't let Mr. McMahon hear you say that, King, or you might wind up having to do it for free.
That's true. I don't want to say that Mr. McMahon's cheap, JR, but I heard he won't even tip a canoe. I think these superstars are getting some feedback from the crowd, JR.
Nothing wrong with that, King. That's what we like to hear.
These superstars are going to tear each other apart.
That's exactly what the fans paid to see, King, and they're not going to go home disappointed. The biggest mistake you can make with the Sandman is to underestimate him. He's got one of the best strategic minds of any competitor I've seen.
Strategic mind? The guy drinks a beer and busts himself open before the match even starts.
What a reversal. I'll tell you what, King, the WWE Superstars are about the greatest athletes you'll find in any sport, period.
What do you mean, just about, JR? Can you actually think of anywhere else that you can see athletes of this caliber?
I was just going for a little humility there, King. I'm not surprised it was lost on you. Well, you can't ever accuse the WWE fans of being shy about saying what's on their minds.
You sure can, JR, and I don't think we'd have it any other way. I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again. I can't remember the last time I saw superstars this fired up. I don't think they've even considered the possibility that they might not win this thing.
There's an awful lot of pride on the line here, King. No one in that ring wants to have to go back to the locker room as a loser. My God! Let me tell you, when a wooden table meets flesh and bone, the table wins.
It's a deadly weapon for sure, JR.
You've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these superstars be able to withstand tonight?
I don't know, JR, but I think they're pretty intent on finding out.
They certainly are. I don't know how it's going to end, but I can guarantee you they're going to leave it all in the ring.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
I'm not so sure this one's about winning or losing anymore. I think it's become more personal than that.
Of course it's personal, JR. Anytime you...
My God, they're taking this one to the fans, King.
These superstars are totally out of control, JR. I love it. Oh, boy. You might want to close your eyes, JR. This one could get ugly.
You're damn right it could. It could get bowling shoe ugly. And that's what this business is all about. It's not ballet, you know.
He's checking under the ring for weapons, JR. I wonder what he's going to find. Remind me to never try and step between these guys, JR.
That would be hazardous to your health for sure, King. Oh, no! It looks like he's donned the proverbial crimson mask.
There's so much blood, the Red Cross ought to be sponsoring this one, JR.
I don't know if he's even going to be able to finish this match with a gusher like that.
Now remember, kids, whatever you do, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. Even these trained professionals wind up pretty badly banged up after a match. What a vicious chair shot!
That chair was never meant to be used like that, JR. I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I disagree entirely, King. I'd bet my Oklahoma Sooner ass that this one isn't even close to being over.
That's a pretty big bet, JR. Are you sure you're able to cover it?
What an incredible performance by these phenomenal superstars.
Did you expect anything less, JR? I mean, look who's in the ring right now.
No, I didn't, King. I had high expectations, and I'm happy to say that this match has exceeded them all.
I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here tonight in this match. They're not taking it easy on each other either.
It's been said a million times, but I'll say it again. This isn't ballet. Ruthless aggression is the name of the game. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, these superstars sure aren't going home until this match is settled once and for all.
It's matches like this that make this the greatest job in the world, JR.
Absolutely, King. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I wonder if SmackDown's going to have anything nearly this good next Friday.
I think we both know the answer to that one, King. How could they compete with a match like this?
You think these fans have gotten their money's worth tonight, JR?
If they haven't yet, I'm sure they're going to by the end of this match.
Well, I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. What are they going to do next?
I couldn't even begin to guess, King. That's why they say anything can happen here in the WWE. These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that conditioning, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't. And that's only one of the many reasons I try to stay out of the ring whenever possible.
Boy, these superstars sure have their hands full here tonight, JR.
They sure do, King. They've got all they can say grace over.
I wonder how long these superstars will be able to keep this up.
They'll go as long as they need to, King. And if they can't, oh man, I think we're about to see a high-risk move here.
Look at these superstars, JR. They absolutely refuse to be intimidated by each other.
There's a determined look in the eyes of these competitors. No one's giving an inch.
I think the best is yet to come in this match, JR.
I agree with you 100%. Whenever you put abilities of this caliber in a match together, it just gets better and better.
I don't think there's going to be anything left of these superstars by the time they're done.
There may not be, King. They may well annihilate each other here tonight.
I'd hate to be that referee, JR. Can you imagine having to tell one of these superstars no?
Boy, I think I've had nightmares about trying to do something like that, King.
You can look at any professional sport you want, JR, and you won't find more incredible athletes than the WWE superstars.
You're not wrong, King. They compete every week until they are physically incapable of continuing. There's no off-season in the WWE.
We're not talking about running a ball down. Uh-oh. This is not the kind of position you want to find yourself in.
And that doesn't make it any better. A vicious, grinding forearm right across the face. The pain must be excruciating.
could watch these superstars go at it all night, JR.
So could I, King, but all good things must come to an end. Let's just hope it just doesn't end too soon.
So who do you think's going to win this match, JR?
I'm not even going to hazard a guess, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that would be just about the most foolish thing I could possibly do.
The intensity of these superstars is unbelievable.
No doubt about that, King. The fans are getting their money's worth here tonight.
I thought I'd pick the winner before the match started, JR, but now I'm having second thoughts.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, King. Usually I'm... He might be heading back to ECW with a concussion.
Serves him right, trying to embarrass Raw's champion like that.
Well, I hate to see an injury happen to any superstar, or extremist, for that matter.
Well, now there's no question that Raw can get extreme with the best of them.
That's for sure. That was a slobber knocker of a match, and I'm just glad our champion seems to have escaped injury.
And that should convince ECW to stay off of Raw from now on.
Finally, this ECW nonsense is behind us, and we can get down to business, namely finding you a #1 contender for SummerSlam. I've got my eye on a few superstars, and I'll keep you posted.